Hi everyone, Rini here, and welcome to my channel. So I'm going to do something a little different today. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. Because when I read through all of the gaming discords, and when I read some of your comments, or sometimes you ask me direct questions, not a lot of you own Bitcoin, and also not a lot of you care about Bitcoin. And as a gaming crypto investor, that is actually one of the greatest pitfalls that you can ever have. Because even though you don't have Bitcoin, you really have to understand Bitcoin's price movements because Bitcoin still has a large influence on how the crypto market moves on a macro level. The best way to illustrate this is think of the crypto space as a large moving train. Bitcoin is the engine that powers everything. For now, because most of your gaming cryptos are not done yet, they're still in test phases, they're still in beta, they're still accumulating large player bases, your gaming cryptos are really just passengers along this train and have hopped on for a ride to the moon. So let's dive into the Bitcoin charts just to see what's going on, okay? So before I continue, it's very important to note that there really has been a lot of misinformation out there that the whole crypto cycle should end by December of 2021 because of the so-called 4-year cycle. That is one major myth and one major misconception because the data has never supported that. So what I have here is I have Bitcoin's recent cycle right here, the past two cycles, just to really show you that that has never been true. So if I take the bottom to the top of this previous cycle and overlay it to the bottom here, and if I take the same measure right here, where the bottom of this particular cycle to the top and overlay it to the bottom of this current cycle right here, the data has never supported anything about a 4-year cycle. 2 cycles ago, it was only this short, the previous cycle was only this short, and right now, we are still pretty much moving along our eventual destination, which I will show later. So this is something that you really need to understand. The 4-year cycle that a lot of people for some reason have been parroting is only based on one data point. The other thing to note, if you really just extrapolate the previous 3 cycles, if you notice, the cycles appear to be lengthening, where this is 24 months, this is 35 months, and our cycle is currently not over. How do we know it's not over? We are still above the EMAs, both on a monthly time frame and also on a weekly time frame right here. And one question that you may ask is, why are the cycles lengthening? So there are a couple of reasons for that. One is as Bitcoin's price becomes higher and higher, the harder it is to move to its eventual destinations. This run up right here, where Bitcoin started at 200 and went all the way to 20,000, this is easier to do than this particular starting point of 3,000 all the way, let's say, to 200,000. Also, another reason why it will start to lengthen over time is because as more and more institutions adopt Bitcoin, more financial options open, such as futures, such as margins, derivatives, etc., etc. What that does is it allows the market to be a little bit more prudent. Because of futures, because of options, sellers now have a way to really express that the Bitcoin price for a particular period should go down because of overextensions from the EMAs right here. So as we move along the cycle, it will lengthen because now you won't just have a irresponsible parabolic rise. Instead, you will have a huge oscillation of buying and selling, which to be honest is actually the more responsible way of doing things. Instead of just everything going to the moon and then suddenly you have a drop and everyone who bought here will really get wrecked over a short period of time. And you're probably asking yourself, so what? What does it have to do with me as a gaming crypto investor? So you want this particular last leg of this bull cycle to really last as long as possible so that by the time we top off, your crypto investments when it comes to gaming are already mature. They have increased in value significantly over time, and you will be taking a lot of profits as compared to if the cycle just ended this December and all of us will get wrecked. So I'm going to dive now into Bitcoin's recent price action so you can see the potential impact on our gaming cryptos. Over the past couple of run-ups right here, Bitcoin has actually formed steady Elliott wave structures right here. So this is your wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 right here, wave 4 correction, wave 5, followed by a particular ABC correction. So this is your A wave, this is your B, and this is your C. We have formed another Elliott wave structure right here. So this is your wave 1, this is your wave 2, this is your wave 3, this is your wave 4, and this is your wave 5, followed by an ABC correction right here. The thing about Bitcoin's recent price action so far is if you look at the C waves tend to be a little stunted. And instead of some of our gaming cryptos that really have prolonged C waves, Bitcoin C waves tend to be clustered and they tend to be compact before its next run up to the upside. So if we're just basing it on these two data points, then we can expect that Bitcoin will probably rise above here soon, because in the previous iteration of these, it waited for the cross to happen, and this time the cross has happened right here. So we shall see if this plays out. Another thing about Bitcoin, and this is heavily borrowed on Benjamin Cowen's analysis, so please check his channel on YouTube, is you should really be concerned about Bitcoin. Because when Bitcoin is above either the 21 EMA or the 20 moving average on a weekly time frame, your altcoins will be doing well. So you want Bitcoin to consistently be above the MAs and the EMAs right here. Why? Because when Bitcoin falls below these areas, watch your altcoins get wrecked. All your gaming cryptos will get wrecked. So this is a very important note as a crypto gaming investor. Another thing to note, and this is exactly why you should never buy green candles in crypto, is because when Bitcoin dumps, so Bitcoin has now fallen 6% over a 24-hour period, look at all the metaverse tokens. They fall much further than Bitcoin's drop. So even a strong player like Axie will fall 7%. All the other cryptos are double digits when it comes to their declines. This is exactly why I always repeat this. If you buy big green candles, you get big red dildos. Crypto will always give you a chance to come in. You just have to be patient and you just have to wait for the proper opportunities before you come in to a particular project or token. So right now, we appear to still be healthy from a Bitcoin perspective. We are still above our 21 EMA and the 20 moving average. So we just have to hold this particular structure right here and our cycle will continue moving forward. So you can imagine something like this and then something like this. And eventually, once it reaches a certain point, maybe we go on a parabolic rise. Hopefully that will happen much, much later so that we can enjoy our gaming crypto gains along the way. So you may be asking me, what is the potential peak of the cycle? So that's pretty simple. So on a much larger time scale right here, if you lay down the fibs where this is the local top and this is the local bottom right here, we are already at the 1618 and we appear to still be going. So the next major technical target for the eventual end of the cycle is most likely the 2.72 right here of around $200,000. Why am I fairly confident that it may reach 200K? That is because historically, if you look at where the previous Fibonacci cycles ended up, from the cycle peak to the cycle bottom of the previous cycle, we eventually ended up on the 2.72. If we go down here, and this is the cycle top, the other cycle also went to the 2.7. So will history repeat itself? We shall see. But given that we have already reached the 1618 here, and we are still above the bull market support band, then expect that we will continue our journey all the way to $200,000. And one final thing to note here is if you map out the Elliott wave structures, this is your wave 1, this is your wave 2, this is your wave 3, this is your wave 4, and right now we are on our way to our potential wave 5 destination, hopefully around $200,000 and hopefully way longer than December of 2021. And that's it. If you like my video, please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, let me know what you think in the comments. If you also have other gaming cryptos that you would like me to look at, just leave it down in the comments below and I'll take a look at it in the future. Until then, take care everyone. Bye-bye.